People and no flag, no masks in sight. What does that say? Do as I say, but not as I do? That's not fair. By placing us in masks, even at times that have no root in science or common sense, they have effectively stripped us of our identities and our individuality. We are also slowly being robbed of our ability and right to congregate with things like warrantless entry into our homes, or shutting down your business indefinitely, your livelihood, your life's work, your parents' life's work. And they do so with no judicial process. It is fundamentally everyone's constitutional right to be able to survive and provide for your family. That's universally and all right, let's reverse that. And who will replace all of the fallen businesses? We've lost like half of our businesses in this state. Like 50% of small business shut their doors forever. It's hard enough when this pandemic isn't happening. Most people are just making it. But when you're told to shut your doors, and then when they allow you to open your doors back up, you're operating at 50% capacity, you can't pay your bills. You can't make it. So it's just the slow death of small business. How can America be the America we know it without small business? America's more than brick and mortar. We're more than Lowe's and Home Depot and Walmart.
Fuck that!
Amen.
Fuck that. All right, next part. Much of the media and the far left, they portray people like us as being ignorant, selfish, racist, and immoral. Yet we sit down every night and see the violence in the streets spreading from one town to the next across the country. Make no mistake, a war has already begun. Wealthy and powerful elites have funded and cowardly released these violent hordes into the streets to do their bidding. We are witnessing brutal assaults on innocent bystanders, to include law enforcement, or anyone that does not strictly subscribe to their radical agenda. Many that dare to fight back or simply defend themselves are quickly descended upon by ruthless and hateful swarms of violent attackers. Those that do manage to survive are immediately shamed by the media and often prosecuted. We are the silent majority. We do not confuse our silence with weakness. When we choose to no longer be silent, we speak in a volume that is heard throughout the world. But we must choose our opportunities wisely and act with 100% participation, for there is far too much at stake. This, by far, is one of the most important elections in the history of our country. I'm not asking you to vote for Trump. I'm asking you to vote against the unchecked violence in our streets that lost any semblance of a valid message long ago. To vote against the twisting of science to facilitate control. To vote against double standards of how the rule of law is being applied. To vote against censorship. To vote against tyranny. I'm asking you to vote for your God-given rights to live your life as you see fit. Vote for being able to safely walk down any street in America. Vote for your children's ability to safely voice their own opinions and express their own thoughts. Vote for America and what it means to you. Vote for freedom. This is just the beginning. God bless and thank you for coming, guys.
Thanks, Tony. That was awesome. All right, everyone. My name is Regina Barnes. I am a second-term selectman in Hampton. I am New Hampshire grown, and I am a live free or die Granite Stater. I decided to run for state senate and Senate District 24, which is one of the 2 seacoast districts in New Hampshire. Republican. So this is what's happening right now, and Tony was exactly right. What we're experiencing right now is tyranny. We're on emergency order number what? Okay, what is it telling us to do? How is it telling us to do it? Guess what? Government's not there to tell us what to do. We are supposed to tell the government what to do.
Fuck yeah!
And that includes the governor, okay? So what we're experiencing and what I want to fight, if elected to Concord, is progressivism. Because that's what we're talking about right here, right now. That is why everything is happening. the more progressivism we have, the more control we give to the government, okay? And the less rights we have as Americans and as Granite Staters. So what we need to do is we need to fight. We need to vote on September 8th. There's a primary. There's contested Republican primary races, including mine, as well as our guest here tonight, Karen Testament, who's running for governor. So we need to go to that, okay? That is just as important as re-electing Trump. As you know, Trump was here last night in New Hampshire. And he spoke to us. And he told us what we need to do. We need to fight socialism. We need to fight progressivism. We need to drain the swamp, okay? That's what I want to do in my district, and I want to help everyone else that wants to do that. All right? So, listen, I am a biker. I am one of you, okay? I'm not here on my bike tonight, but that's because of the weather. But I need you guys to tell everyone about what is happening tonight. When you're out riding, when you're doing what you're doing, living your normal life. Because we have to save New Hampshire, okay? We have to save it. I will fight. I have a proven track of fighting. All right, go check out my Facebook, BarnesforNewHampshire.com, BarnesforNewHampshireSenate.com, and I need your vote. We need donations. We need to take our state back. This is the last chance. The only reason I am doing it is because I want to save New Hampshire. I will not change, I promise you. All right, so how are we doing on time? All right, so why aren't the public schools opening? I'll tell you why right now. Because the Catholic schools are opening, the private schools are opening. I'll tell you why. It's because of the teachers' unions. That's why. Okay? It's all about government. The government is suffocating us. We need to fight it. We need to take it back. We need to put it in check. Everything that has been done is unconstitutional. Unconstitutional. We never gave them the authority to do what they are doing. We need to revoke it, and we need to do it now and soon.
Good evening. My name is Skip Murphy, and I am the owner and co-founder of GraniteRock.com, New Hampshire's leading political blog site. And we opine from the right of center, standing on the New Hampshire and U.S. constitutions and conservative principles after all. People that have already spoken and will speak again after I'm done are going to talk about who gets to choose. And that really is the most popular question I ask all the time after what is the proper role of government. Who chooses? Who chooses for you?
We do. I do.
Do you?
We choose.
We should be choosing. Should we choose? Should somebody else be choosing for you? Should the government be choosing for you? The bigger the government, the smaller the citizen. Think about that. I challenge any of you to think of a single area in your life that government has not intruded into. Anything. And I will give $10 to anybody who proves me wrong. We have allowed, as the gentleman said down here, allowed government to grow too large, too big, too intrusive, and too expensive. And it's always the case of who chooses. I want you to think about that when it comes time to vote in the primaries in September and then again in the general election. Who do you want to choose for you? You or somebody else? Are you going to choose for more liberty, or are you going to choose for more government control? It really comes down to just those questions. Without getting flowery, without getting into all the political theory, fundamentally, who chooses? If you remember one thing from what I say, it was that simple question. Who chooses? Now, I came here for three things. One, to do the recording. One, to stand here. Oh, I want to know. Karen, where are you? Karen, stick your hand up. I would like to announce that the writers of GraniteRock.com have voted to endorse you in your race for New Hampshire governor. We give out very few endorsements. I think no more than 5 over the hundreds of races every single election cycle. Karen, congratulations.
All right, guys, I hope you're ready for some fire. Okay, my name's David Lheureux, and I love New Hampshire. I love freedom. I love liberty. I love seeing all my fellow American citizens sitting out here, coming out to have a good time, to make the choices that you want to make. It's not my job to tell you where to go, tell you where to work, tell you what you should do with your friggin' life. It's not my job. Why is it the government's? All right, what's New Hampshire's motto? Anybody know? Hell yeah, right? Right there. Right there. You have to live and breathe that. General John Stark, you guys might know him, said, live free or die. Death is not the worst of all evils. This country was handed down to you and to me as the greatest country in the history of the world. The most powerful, the most free, with the most opportunity. And I'm talking to you here right now. I will be damned if I am the person who hands it down to my kids as nothing. And I challenge you to take on that mantle. The U.S. Constitution, how does that start? Anybody know? We the people. We the people, not we the government. The government, I do not ask the government for permission. The government asks permission from me. And from you. And from you. But it's only if we do not give them voluntary compliance on unconstitutional, immoral, terrible policy. We cannot comply any longer. Our U.S. Constitution that you all know and love, that protects your rights, gives you the enumerated freedoms that we hold so true and so dear and close to our hearts, that needed to be ratified by 9 states, of 9 of the colonies, to become the supreme law of the land. Anybody know what state ratified the U.S. Constitution? New Hampshire. This state that you're sitting in right now, this wonderful live free or die state, was the 9th colony to sign the U.S. Constitution into law. We made it the supreme law of the land. We forget our history. A lot of people said they would come out tonight except for the weather. Winter at Valley Forge to get this. We have sacrificed so much over the years, and we're letting the river. Why? Why? We had the Civil War, we had the Revolutionary War, we had all the wars. People have fought and bled and died for what we have in this country. And the people in New Hampshire, by and large, they're asleep at the wheel. They think their freedoms come at no cost, no penalty, no inconvenience. People don't want to be uncomfortable. I'm telling you, if you want your rights, you're going to have to get a little uncomfortable. It has to happen. You're going to have to say, you know what? You want me to wear a mask to go into your business? I'm not shopping with you. Sorry. Everybody says, oh, just tell them you have a medical exemption for a mask. I don't have a medical exemption. And I don't have to lie to have my beliefs in America. I don't have to lie and tell somebody I have a medical exemption just to be able to go to the store unfettered. You should not have to lie to somebody to have your conservative views if that's how you feel tonight. I was 8 years U.S. Coast Guard helicopter mechanic, sir. Thank you. A lot of people in this country do not appreciate their rights because they did not have to do anything to earn their rights except be born in this blessed land. And when you don't earn something in life, you don't recognize the value in it. The best things in life are hard. You guys, we have a long fight ahead of us.
So my name's Karen Testament, and I am your Republican candidate for governor. Thank you. And all right, so I am the wife, the mother, the daughter, and I have grandchildren who are in the military. And so, as the one who's kept the home fires burning, this is my turn and my husband David now gets to sit at home and help me, or at least run around with me and support me. So why am I running for governor? Well, a few months ago I wouldn't be, except that now we've got an upside down constitution. We are supposed to have the Constitution to control the elected officials. We are not supposed to be being controlled by the elected officials. They are not supposed to be breaking the Constitution and telling healthy people that you have to put these facial inhibitors of your identification. We need to be able to see the smiles. We need to be able to see the facial attributes that you have in order to exchange our relationships. What do? We keep the liquor stores open, we keep Planned Parenthood open, but your churches cannot be open. That's a violation of the First Amendment, right? We can't assemble unless we've got less than 100 people. That's a violation of your First Amendment. We need our freedom, and we are in a war for our freedom. And if we do not survive on September 8th and elect me as your governor candidate for governor in the state of New Hampshire, we will lose our freedoms. Because this governor that's sitting in the corner office right now wants to carry on the control for the next 6 months, or until he can force that vaccination on each and every one of you. So we need you in the Army. We are now in a war for our freedoms. Freedom is never free, you know that. And I need you to go to KarenTesterman.com. I need you to help me finance this race. I need you to help me by telling at least 5 other people about me and spread the word across the state. If you can help me distribute signs all over this state, come to my house at 9 Stone Avenue in Franklin and pick them up. And then let's line the highways and the byways with Karen Testerman for Governor signs. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate your being here, and I'm so excited to have all the bikers in New Hampshire. I wish that this governor hadn't been so controlling to control how many people could actually come here. So thank you very much, Tony. Great job.
Live free. Live free. Live free. Oh, that's it. I'm all done. No, I'm the cleanup hitter tonight, and I like that position. My name's Jack Kimball. I live in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and Dave and I were together this morning down there, doing the same thing down there that we're doing here tonight. I'm a United States Navy veteran. Vietnam era.
Thank you.
How many veterans out there? Please just stand up. What do we have for veterans tonight? Raise your hands. I know they're out there. There you go. There's a reason for your freedom. You know, as veterans, we all took an oath. Yeah, we took an oath. We took an oath to protect and defend and uphold the Constitution of the United States of America. That oath didn't end the day I left the military, and it damn sure didn't end the day you folks left the military. When this virus broke out back in March, and they shut the country down, they shut every state, our country down, because the initial projections were so crazy. Millions of people gonna die. Everybody's gonna get sick. They had to shut down all of the hospital normal procedures and get ready for the influx of all these patients, which never happened. All the hospitals in this state took a terrible hit financially. Nurses were furloughed, workers were furloughed. Guess how many people total are in the hospitals in this state as of yesterday with the virus? 9. My God, we have shut down our state for this. The death rate nationally from this virus is 0.04%. For that, we shut the country down. The survival rate, if you do catch this, is 99.96%. Now, I'm not a gambler normally, but I like those odds. Those are damn good odds.
Damn good odds.
So now what we have is this lingering group of orders by a governor who cares less about your liberty and your freedom and only about control. Because quite frankly, folks, this is no longer about your health or your safety. It's all about control.
Regulation.
To mandate that people wear a mask in groups of 100 or more is so ridiculous. To mandate, and I feel bad for these restaurant owners. These guys are taking terrible financial hits. But how crazy is it that they've told, that they being the state, has told them, everybody that comes in got to have a mask on to walk to their table, but then they can take the mask off. So I'm guessing the virus is just hiding along the walkway because that's the only place it's going to get you. It's absolutely ridiculous. We can no longer tolerate this garbage. It's just garbage. And today, when we were downtown in Portsmouth, it's a very liberal town, very liberal city. We got so many honks. I was amazed at how many people gave us thumbs up and were honking because people were there with signs. No mask. They're thinking about doing a mandate. Get rid of them. Don't wear them. When you walk into a store and you attempt and they tell you you got to mask up, or there is a sign in the window, so you know, call the manager out and just do what I do. Say, look, you want my business or not? If you're going to make me wear a mask, I'm not coming in. That's it. So what they want to do is impress upon you tonight the importance of your taking part in taking back your liberty and your freedom. Because us veterans, we may be older, but hell, I'll tell you what, you sit me in a chair with a long gun and I'll do my job. We had a 17-year-old young man 2 nights ago in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and I don't care what anyone says, that was all self-defense, and he did his job. And I'm really hoping that the rest of the country took notice. Because if you really want to take us on, bring it on. You're not going to win that battle. You are not going to win that fight. We're gearing up, but it's up to all of us to get on that train, and you have to take part. You've got to participate in this. When they call for a freedom rally, show up and bring friends. Grow this and make sure to make a statement to everyone. We're not going to comply. We're not going to do it anymore. It's over. Thank you very much for coming out tonight. Appreciate it.
All right, we're not going to bore you guys anymore. Politics, really, who wants to have it in Motorcycle Week? But this was important. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. I'm not going to tell you who I'm going to vote for. It's a secret, just like the back of my mail-in ballot, right? Right? I don't know. Every time I see Truly, all I see is Trump, right? So let's fucking finish off Motorcycle Week with some rock and roll, some drinking. Let's have a good time. God bless.